They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. From the gun, running back on the move.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Buys a little time. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fields. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are.
He's going for the goal line. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Big fella moving. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Woo-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
To the air on 2nd down. Going deep. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gonna let it fly. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On fourth down, going to the air. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. White wants to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Reynolds.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the screen.
Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack.
He's got it on the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones. Played him in the SEC championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right. Always ground team, ground and pound. And they got that ability to keep some balance. These teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. White going to attack through the air. Fires on the move. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. Hits it up for the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets the back moving. A run for the quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's in the game right now, and it's 4th and short, 4th and medium maybe I see going for it, certainly, but 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
Right now, boys. 29 Philly.
White wants to throw it. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Arkansas. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Coastal Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the run.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. White going to attack through the air. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Caught in the backfield, it's Barney. Jumped on top of the pile. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. On the move, he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more snap coming before halftime. He might want another play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Denmark. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. The lone back's got it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
Under fire. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's reeled in. It's Denmark. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And here they come, almost all the way back. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Looks as if he's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. White wants to throw it. Got his man down the middle. And he'll be brought down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Calls his own number. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Quarterback may change this route. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game. And get the ball back.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The RPO, fire complete to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Fields. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. White going to attack through the air. Flips it out to the back. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
He wants to change this route. Try to get it to the edge. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
White wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the toughest things. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to throw, it's Green. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for them.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between it.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Green. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Finds his man. It's Brown. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there.